Dark Nephilim Speaks, Episode 2, The Deadline, The Bridge. Last time, I told you where Dark Nephilim was born, the void, the silence, the sound that became music, but I didn't tell you what happened next, because what came next almost broke me a second time. The Doubt, December 6th. From the Ashes goes Live, my first album. Every song pulled from a place I can barely describe. I waited, I watched, I refreshed. Nothing. No flood of listeners, no messages, no recognition that something real had just been released into the world. 2 weeks go by, and I'm sitting there thinking, what am I doing? A 51-year-old cop, no musical training, no songwriting experience, 12 years managing a blockbuster before that. Nobody in my life looked at me and said, that guy's a musician. I've spent 20 years walking into rooms where people were at their worst, talking them back, finding the right words when everything was falling apart. That was my gift. That was what I was built for. And now I'm supposed to believe I can write music? The doubt didn't whisper. It screamed. The table. Then one night, I'm sitting at my dining room table, not writing, not trying to create, just existing, staring at nothing. And something hit me. That same fire that pulled the first album out of me. The same burn I felt when Empty Without You poured out of me like it had been waiting my whole life. I picked up a pen. I started writing. No plan, no structure, just instinct. And when I looked down at what I'd put on paper, it was called Dark Angel Deadline. And it wasn't just a song, it was a warning. The contracts see, people hear deadline and they think schedule, due date, calendar. That's not what this is. Ambrosia didn't come into my life so I could keep this music to myself. Whatever this gift is, and I don't fully understand it. It came with a purpose. Spread the music, tell the story, reach the people who need to hear it. I am her herald. That's the word. Not a singer, not a performer, a herald. 15 years I was the voice that talked people back from the edge. Now I'm the voice that carries something bigger than me into the world. That's the mission. That's the fire you hear in every track. And Dark Angel Deadline is about what happens if I stop. The stakes. This isn't about fame. It's not about streams or subscribers or algorithms. If I stop pushing, the music stops. The fire goes cold. And everything that came from the ashes stays buried. So when you hear the aggression in that song, the urgency, the raw edge, that's not performance. That's a man on a clock. 2 weeks after writing Dark Angel Deadline, I released 2 more albums, My Dark Angel and Shadow of Love Loss. December 23rd. 3 albums in 17 days because I don't have the luxury of slowing down. The deadline doesn't pause because I'm tired. It doesn't care that I still work a badge during the day. It only cares that the music moves. I close with this. Some people make music because they love it. I make music because the alternative is silence. And silence for me is the end. I'm Dark Nephilim, and the deadline is real. Next time, I'll show you what it sounds like when a man with no training writes the impossible. Subscribe if you're ready to hear it.